Everybody loves a good joke, right? It can be a lot of fun to laugh at your own expense. Like how all people who make YouTube videos for a living are disappointments to their families. I was supposed to be a senator. Anyway, while most people are pretty good at taking a joke, celebrities aren't most people. Animated shows like South Park, Family Guy, and The Simpsons really know how to make those jokes cut deep. The celebrities they make fun of often go to great lengths to show how unhappy they are with how they're portrayed. Other times, these shows genuinely cross the line and get in hot water with fans and social media. This can often lead to celebrities lending their voices into the controversy, because they're the most important people, right? So let's dive into the craziest celebrity reactions to animated performances. South Park has made a name for itself over the years as the most brutal animated series ever made. While many shows have made names for themselves by tearing down celebrities, none really do it like South Park. This is something that many famous people have had to learn the hard way. One of the most offended celebrities out there has been Tom Cruise. The series famously made fun of the infamous actor in the episode Trapped in the Closet. It made fun of the actor's religion, sexuality, and quirky behavior. The actor was so offended by it that he took things all the way to the top.
Needed a trial lawyer today.
Tom Cruise brought his complaints to Paramount, which produced not only South Park but also the Mission Impossible films.
Well, fine, go ahead and sue me.
I will. I'll sue you in England.
He even went so far to threaten that he wouldn't do press appearances if the episode wasn't pulled. If he wanted to prove that he wasn't actually an over-the-top personality, that wasn't the way to do it. Down-to-earth people don't tend to hold a movie franchise hostage. What's really funny is that Tom Cruise is known for doing crazy, life-risking stunts. How can a person not be fazed by the concept of Halo jumping out of a plane, but is really bothered by a cartoon? I'd say he's crazy, but I know how he feels about that kind of thing.
I'm nothing. I'm a failure in the eyes of the prophet.
This shouldn't come as any surprise, but here's another big controversy from South Park. If it's possible, the show offended a celebrity that somehow is even more eccentric than Tom Cruise. The only person who's even on that level is none other than Kanye West. The episode Fish Sticks cut right into West's over-the-top persona. It's all about a joke that goes viral that Kanye doesn't get. The South Park Kanye responds to this in a pretty crazy way. He goes on a rampage, taking on the likes of Carlos Mencia and Ellen DeGeneres along the way. What's more insane is how real-life Kanye responded to the episode. West claimed to think the episode was funny in a blog post, but then proceeded to ramble narcissistically in all caps. Even for a guy like West, it was a pretty ridiculous length. He wanted to drop the bravado and just make dope product. Maybe the first step to that would be not posting an insanely long post responding to a freaking cartoon.
Think you can make fun of me? I'm a genius.
That doesn't make you seem very relaxed, dude. Family Guy doesn't hold back when it comes to making fun of celebrities. Religious figures, actors, and even presidents are regularly lambasted by the famous series. The show took aim at the most recent president in their 17th season episode Trump Guy. It made fun of pretty much every aspect of President Trump's life and even ended with an extended fight with the politician. The president is famous for disliking any negative portrayals of himself, so no doubt this one isn't an exception. That being said, it was his supporters who came to his defense. They went after the series on Twitter and claimed that it took disrespectful, cheap, and unfunny shots at him. While even those that didn't support the president thought that the show crossed the line, it wasn't the show's first time. It also featured an episode that made fun of President Bill Clinton as well, though it's hard to argue that the series didn't go after the 45th president with more gusto. Wait, is he the 44th or 45th? Stupid Grover Cleveland made things so confusing. Peter Griffin should fight him next. The Simpsons has one of the best extended casts in animated history. Characters like Mr. Burns, Ned Flanders, and Krusty are just as famous as Bart and Homer. One of the show's most popular characters hasn't aged quite as well, though. Apu was once considered the lovable Quickie Mart attendant who would appear now and then on the series. Apparently, some famous fans of the show took offense at how the character portrayed their racial heritage. Kumail Nanjiani, famous for The Big Sick, Silicon Valley, and Stuber, claimed that the character affected his career. He claimed that he frequently gets asked to do the offensive Apu accent during auditions. This was even backed up by other actors like Kal Penn and Aziz Ansari. This has even led to the documentary The Problem with Apu, which focuses on the offense Apu has caused. This has even led to Apu getting phased out of the series. Now hopefully they'll phase out Comic Book Guy next. Worst depiction of a nerd ever. Everyone loves Robin Williams' performance as the genie in Aladdin. Well, everyone except Robin Williams, that is. His experience with Disney over the animated film was one of the worst professional moments of his life. He was eager to play a character in the film as he loved the Disney Corporation. There was only one thing he wanted from the Mouse House in return. Yeah, aside from all that money. It was his desire that the genie character not be used to sell hamburgers and merchandise. If you lived through the 90s, you know that Disney didn't respect those wishes at all. Genie was not only used to market the film, but was the biggest character used in the marketing campaign. Not only that, but Disney did its best to delay his other animated film, Ferngully. This led to Robin disavowing Disney from then on. Hopefully, Will Smith got a better deal. Wait, I'm gonna let you finish this YouTube video, but first, I gotta say something. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss a second. And now back to the regularly scheduled content. When you think of actor Mike Myers, you think of Wayne's World, Austin Powers, and Shrek. It might surprise you to learn that Mike Myers wasn't the first actor to be cast in that part. Myers' friend and SNL co-star Chris Farley was the original Shrek, but he didn't live long enough to finish it. So Mike Myers was brought in to replace Farley, though that wasn't the end of the troubles. Myers had the script rewritten to work with his comedic style, then recorded his part. The animators then made a rough cut of the film and showed it to Myers. Unfortunately, the actor was very unhappy with his performance. He hated it so much that he asked to re-record the entire thing. Apparently, he wanted to riff off of John Lithgow's English accent with a Scottish one. Re-recording the film reportedly cost DreamWorks millions of dollars. Luckily, the movie was a massive success and launched an entire franchise to make up for it. That being said, the film didn't seem like a sure thing during its production. Think about it. If you were working on an animated film about an ogre marrying another ogre, would you be confident in it? To be honest, it's kinda crazy that Shrek became such a big deal with such a strange premise. Maybe it was all to do with that accent. Shrek being a Scot may have been the only thing that made the movie work. That and the fantastic writing and jokes and characters. If only he'd taken that much pride in his Lovegoer accent. South Park has made quite a few pop culture sensations over the year. Perhaps none have caught on quite like the catchy and very offensive taco-flavored Kisses. The song was sung by Cartman's Jennifer Lopez hand puppet.
On the outside, so super good and yummy.
Unfortunately, the Jennifer Lopez that wasn't a cartoon hand had a problem with the famous South Park song. Her rumored hatred of the song went so far that she would fire anyone that was caught singing it. That's pretty insane even by celebrity standards. Though that isn't where it ended. She apparently took her revenge out on South Park creator Trey Parker in the most minor way possible. Apparently at an event, Lopez caught sight of Parker. She walked past him and gave him a shove. Next time, probably don't pick on the actress famous for the movie enough. Few fan bases are as infamous as the one for Rick and Morty. Though most fans of the show are awesome, you've got to admit that there's a group of them that take it too seriously. For example, some attacked McDonald's restaurants for not having Rick's favorite Szechuan sauce. Even Dan Harmon has come out against these toxic fans who have given his show a bad name. So after a long wait between seasons, these fans were incredibly excited for the new episodes to drop in 2019. While most praised the season premiere as a return to form from the lackluster Season 3, some took offense. In the episode Edge of Tomorty, Rick Die Repeat, there is a big twist where Rick loses his life early in the episode. Luckily, his consciousness was downloaded into a clone from an alternate universe. Unluckily, this universe was on an Earth taken over by fascism. Rick is taken out again, only to repeatedly be reborn into a fascist world. He even has a line that says, "When did this become the default?" Some fans took this to be a slight against political figures in 2019 and made it known that they were offended by it. Though no one minded that Gearhead got shot into the vacuum of space. Rest in gear peace, old buddy. They hoped that the series would steer away from what they thought were cheap political shots. You know, like the first season, which may or may not have featured a clone that combined Abe Lincoln with the most famous fascist dictator of all time. People just see what they want to see, I guess. Luckily, they were kinder to Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland than they were to that McDonald's. Fans were understandably nervous when it was announced that there would be an adaptation of Sonic the Hedgehog. The beloved video game character holds a special place in the hearts of fans who grew up playing Sega Genesis. Many were concerned that Sonic would be portrayed just as terribly as Mario was in his movie, which if you haven't seen it, oh boy. Those worries were not alleviated when the first trailer for the film came out. Sonic's look was trashed by fans for being pretty terrifying. Luckily, the team behind the movie listened to fans and redesigned the character in a way that they appreciated. Even Ben Schwartz, who voices Sonic in the movie, was apparently not a fan of the original look. He posted the new trailer and praised the team of people who helped fix Sonic's creepy face. Many fans interpreted this to mean that Schwartz, a professed Sonic fan himself, was just as horrified as the rest of us. Luckily, we'll never have to see that abomination of a Sonic on the big screen. Frankly, Sonic's been through enough after that horrible Sonic Boom game. When you think of a person who watches the show Family Guy, you don't think of famous actress Carol Burnett. For those of you who didn't watch much Nick at Night or TV Land, the Carol Burnett Show was like a classier SNL. It was an incredibly funny variety show that had too many famous moments to mention. One of the things the show was most known for was how Burnett would pull her ear at the end of each episode. This was apparently a secret message to her mother. It's kind of easy to see the dirty joke Family Guy's Quagmire would make about Burnett and her father. Apparently, Burnett wasn't much of a fan of this joke. She actually sued the animated series, though she lost in the end. The real damage was likely done to Seth MacFarlane's ego. The actor undoubtedly loves Carol Burnett, so the lawsuit was likely a hard thing to deal with. Hopefully, he was comforted by the millions upon millions of dollars he's made off the series in that harsh time. And there you have it, all the craziest animated outrages out there. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And if Tom Cruise is watching, we're really sorry, and we promise to make 1,000 videos about your next Mission Impossible movie.